2023, Sharjah's contribution to the GDP is nearly 143.5 billion dirhams.
People actually kind of ignore sometimes that when it comes to Sharjah, they kind of think that, okay, the contribution might not be that much, but in reality, it is huge.
And you can have on a single license up to 20 visa allocations, 20 visa quota.
Can you just mention the activities, what generally with a media license you can actually do?
They can take an office anywhere in any business center of UAE. You come to us, anything to do with media, anything.
If someone is dreaming to having a trading business or someone is having to have a consulting towards those businesses, so where SHAMS can position itself and how SHAMS can help those people.
In these 8 years, when it comes to, like the cost-effective solutions being given to the entrepreneurs, or especially to the new entrepreneurs.
Being as a consultant, we are doing a lot of question and answers before jump into the right advice for our clients. We want to check their current target and how they are looking their business in future for 4, 5, 10 years. And then we advise them, okay, do this thing, this thing, this thing. The right way to advise rather than just, okay, open the license and move forward.
You see something is easy, it gives you courage to do it. So we try to make the whole system, including the pricing, easier for people.
Welcome to another exciting episode of UAE as a Business Goldmine. Today, we were having a discussion before starting this recording. We were having a discussion for almost like 6 years. We've been working together with SHAMS Free Zone and on a very different scale. And we thought, why not we actually go there and we sit with them and discuss what is actually happening with SHAMS Free Zone and how they are actually excelling and how they are growing so fast. As always, I have my brother with me, Omar.
Hi, hello everyone.
So before we start our discussion for today, I'm going to introduce our guests for today's episode. We have Mr. Vishal with us. He's the head of revenue for Sharjah Free Zone. Previously, when we came to Shams and we did some kind of videos with Shams, and one of the videos was literally it went viral, and that was with between Umar and Mr. Vishal. So. Yeah. That was about the pricings of the licenses of Shams. And people were actually excited to see that how things are pretty much very different when it comes to the Northern Emirates and their free zones. Thank you so much, Vishal, for joining us today. And I'm sure that you're also going to enjoy today's episode.
Firstly, welcome both of you to Shams Free Zone.
Thank you.
And of course, thank you for having me together. I remember the last journey was beautiful. So let's begin the journey of today. Let's see what we have for our listeners. And how can we spread more awareness in the market?
Great.
So before we jump into the discussion, because for the sake of our listeners and our viewers, I know that a lot of people know about Shams Free Zone as an authority for like Sharjah. People want to understand what was the vision when the Shams Free Zone was actually started.
When we started 2017, the only mission we have and we had and we will have is to provide and empowering entrepreneurs and bringing new business, helping people who want to start up their businesses, creating a platform where you have one-stop solution from your business license, catering different kind of activities, different kind of businesses, giving them services of providing visas, offering them value-added services, example, corporate tax, corporate bank account, VAT registration, and so on. And PO Box, two example, custom codes to anything you require. So our idea is to make a platform which is easier, digital, and you don't have to go anywhere else. You come to us, we get everything done for you.
Now, when it comes to the media, I know that Shams Free Zone was actually started with a vision of focusing on media, sciences, arts, and all of this, facilities. How do you actually just combine the media activities along with all other activities? Because I can actually see the Shams is not only known for the media licenses, they are actually doing the trading, e-commerce, consulting, professional licenses, so many different things, right?
Yeah.
So how do you actually just, kind of manage it?
We can understand this from an example. So let's say I'm a photographer. Yeah. I take an activity, business activity of media. Being a photographer, I could be independent businessman too. So I have very good knowledge of cameras, lenses, and all the requirement attached to it. What I can do with that, I combined media activity, photography, then I combine it with journal trading. And guess what I do? I start to trade those equipments because I have the great knowledge. And I can combine my two different activities and I can start to supply those
Okay.
equipments, and I can do same time I can do other business with them.
So under the same license, you
Under
have
the
a
same
professional and commercial activity together, right?
So you can put it in a way that we give you a platform. If you have a knowledge and courage to do something, come to us. Let us cater for you.
So services and trade we can
Exactly.
club
So
together.
yes, exactly. You can do services. and
Both
that
things.
too. And same time, sorry to interrupt, but same time, if you look at this, you can also teach people how to do photography.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You went to services,
Mm.
and you can combine all these activities on one license, under one license.
No, our first license is also from
Also,
Shams.
yeah,
We're still
exactly.
maintaining it since 2018. So yeah, there's no doubt about it. But ultimately, how do you think that in the future or upcoming years, media is being like spreading across UAE? And do you think Shams Free Zone will actually become the center for the media related stuff?
Definitely by providing the right facilities, by using all the new technologies and AI, as you mentioned before, AI. And we are planning to create a platform where we will be center of attraction for media. What happens, why people will come to you, because again, as I said before, it's going to be a place where you come to us, anything to do with media, anything. We will have everything ready for you.
Okay.
You come, use our facilities, get your result, see you again.
So, Vishal, if I may ask you that in the recent 8 years journey of Shams Free Zone, what is the best thing, what you think that Shams has achieved?
If you ask about best thing Shams has achieved, is starting from one license. The first license was sold. And today's we have more than 15,000 active license and thousands of visas, active visas, where we have helped people and we are helping people. So you take the visa, then you sponsor your family, you sponsor your kids. So helping families too, not just an end user or the business person. We help the whole family setup. So I would say the biggest thing we have achieved by helping, reaching out to people and making it easy for them to reach out to us. You can be anywhere in the world. You don't have to be present here. You can do everything on the phone and the email on the digital platform with us.
So let's take some understanding on the ecosystem of Shams and all the other facilities which Shams are holding right now, and they're facilitating to the entrepreneurs.
Very funny that if we have Shams, Free Zone has got a gym.
Okay.
That we know. And previously, you kind of showed us and you showed us around.
So
and of course,
I don't know if any other.
by the way, you use it or not?
That's good.
That's a good thing.
So you see, so we got a gym. So one of the
Okay.
facility, and when you talk about gym, it's just not the gym; it's a fitness, and fitness leads to your brain, to body function, which is very important. And then we have got offices, because there are times people require different size of office. So we have beautiful business center where we cater different sizes of offices, and people can come and rent. They can take on lease for a year. Besides, we also have share desk, dedicated desk. So every single license comes with a share desk agreement.
Okay. Yes,
So
yes.
you are allowed to use for certain hours a month when you need it to. There are times people want to come here for banking purpose, or they want to come here to collect their documents, or they have clients meetings. We also allow them to book our meeting rooms where they can do a meeting with client. So facilities were and then we have a restaurant.
Okay.
So we got beautiful restaurant where you can have coffee, snacks, and food, and certain kind
Everything.
of dishes you have there.
That's great.
So we have facilities. See, people talk about different kind of facilities, but we cater to a very basic and practical facilities which you require. If you come to this place, you got food to be served. You want to train, and there is a sauna, shower. You can have everything ready. You want to meet your client. You need a workplace. You got workplace. You need printer. You need Wi-Fi.
Everything is there.
Everything is
there.
whatever required.
That's good. Now, if I zoom out, we three are actually discussing about the economic factors also. Let's talk about the economic factors, because this is also important for people to understand that how Sharjah has been contributing to the overall economy of the region, of course. What do you think what are the major sectors which people need to actually focus when it comes to opening up the business inside Sharjah?
Before I answer the question, in 2023, Sharjah's contribution to the GDP is nearly 143.5 billion dirhams.
Oh,
And
it's a
if
huge
you,
number, right?
Yeah.
It's a huge number.
Huge
And people
number,
actually
huge
kind of
number.
ignore sometimes that when it comes to Sharjah, they kind of think that, okay, the contribution might not be that much, but in reality, it is
It
huge.
So Sharjah's contribution to UAE is huge. Now, if you divide that GDP, which I said 143.5 billion dirhams, if you divide that further, it comes from where? Manufacturing,
Mm.
construction, trading. But the biggest chunk of it has come from wholesale, retail, and trading.
Understood.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now, wholesale, retail, trading, you got to have a business license, all facilities you need.
Mhm.
That's where we come in the picture.
Mhm.
So we become part of it,
Mhm.
where we provide you
Mhm.
the wholesale and trading retail license as well.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, from the Sharjah's perspective, what do you think that what are the major products being traded in Sharjah? Because as you mentioned, that the top contributing sector is actually trading and retail.
Wholesale,
So,
retail,
what do you
and trading.
think? Which are those industries?
I would say number one would be, or top few would be electronics,
Mhm.
food and beverages, perfumes,
Mhm.
clothing.
Mhm.
Okay.
These will be top four products
Mhm.
in retail and
In
trading.
retail. Right?
One thing actually grabbed my attention due to the interest of having towards the perfumes.
Oh,
So, perfume, how the Arabian perfumes are the perfume in Sharjah, this specific market is contributing. And everyone knows that Arabian perfumes are always fantastic. So, how it is working actually in Sharjah as an industry?
Sharjah provides you a platform or facility where there are many manufacturing units.
Mhm.
People come here and even they get their product white labeled.
Okay.
And many of them have become international brands now
Mhm.
because they have access to units where they can design and produce their perfumes.
Okay. Okay.
And that also comes with a lot of experience also, by the way, because creating perfumes, creating the variables or variations into perfume, and that actually shows that, of course, the market has the ability to do that and they have the skill set.
Oh,
So this is
yes.
another important aspect, not only just the facilities, of course.
Yes.
It's all about the
Expertise.
expertise also,
Yeah,
right?
expertise.
The
Yeah.
expertise are there, of course,
Right.
and it is coming from all around the world. This is another important aspect, right?
Yeah, all around the
Exactly.
world, people come here and they're sitting here and wait for you.
Great.
Okay.
They help us.
Okay. Proceeding to the discussion which we have done so far for the economy, contribution of Sharjah, different business natures, perfumes, etc., etc. So, how actually, if someone is dreaming to having a trading business, or someone is having to have a consulting towards those businesses, so where Shams can position itself, and how Shams can help those people who are dreaming to have these licenses or the business to do?
Surely we can help by giving you a license of trading and combining with e-commerce. Because what happens when you take e-commerce? You have opened up yourself to get an access.
Okay.
Example, Amazon,
Mhm.
Noon. You create a platform where you can start selling your product online as well. It's just not left with trading, sitting in a shop, in a showroom. Now, all of us, I'm sure we're buying something online and few things
Yes,
online.
exactly.
Everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah, and there are certain companies where they make our life easy. You don't have to go to the mall. Sometimes you don't want to go to the mall because the parking is an issue or you have to walk. You just sit in the house, you can order everything online. So these people get an opportunity through us and with us where they create their online platform and sell everything.
And even the major brands are now restructuring their overall selling strategy.
Yes,
They are
yes.
actually closing down their major shops and they are now moving themselves to the online stores. So
Yeah,
this is pretty much, like not having a fixed cost and still you can actually just enjoy of, like targeting the huge market base, of course.
Eventually, I think the store's going to be smaller size, of a smaller size.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
There's going to be just a showcase and then you can buy everything online.
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
happening even now.
It is. It is. I was having a discussion with one of our clients actually. He was from Canada, by the way. It's worth mentioning it. We kind of opened up his license with Shams probably like a year ago. He was very like specific about moving to Sharjah, and not only just because of the business, by the way. He wanted to actually move his family to Sharjah. And I was like, okay, because generally what happens is when people actually start discussing, so they actually talk about the properties, they talk about the like business, what are the opportunities where they actually should be residing and all that. So surprisingly, as everybody knows now that before 2022,
Yeah.
the law was slightly different. So after 2022, Sharjah has issued a new decree law to, let all the expats in specific designated areas to own the properties. And he actually, kind of invested into a property here in Sharjah. And then he moved his family.
Okay.
And I was like surprised that how people are actually now focusing Sharjah not just for the license thing. They are also focusing, when it comes to living, staying, culturally.
Yeah.
When they are more aligned and they think that okay, this is more kind of aligned with their requirements. So ultimately, that is also adding up, right?
Sharjah is coming out very beautiful.
And what do you think that from your perspective, because you are all the time you are in Sharjah, not like us, of course, right? So when it comes to Sharjah and you meeting a lot of entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
how they are actually just feeling of all these changes.
See, once you enter, there are areas Sharjah has built and also is still going on. Construction is everywhere. You can see. You can't recognize anymore where you are. You can't differentiate between one city to other. That's how they're making it, and it's absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, and everything is there. So I'm sure why your Canadian friend client has come to Sharjah and set himself up and invested some money to buy a property. And I understand absolutely, and I wish to do the same.
And a lot, not just the Sharjah's business part or the financial part, of course. 2 weeks ago, I was with one of my daughters and we were doing the hiking in Sharjah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's another aspect, by the way, and people actually miss sometimes that there are a lot of spots, not only just one part. It's about tourism also, right?
Yes.
And
yes.
this is important aspect which we normally miss again when it comes to the tourism or tourist industry. The contribution to within the Sharjah, of course, the another important area is tourism, and that is also contributing, right?
You know what? You just give me something in my head now, and I'm thinking. Imagine I'm reading a newspaper or I'm on a social media, and all I see, one sentence: hiking in Sharjah. Can you believe that?
Absolutely. Why
It
not?
takes your attention. Can you
Why not?
imagine? It takes your attention,
Absolutely.
and it forces you to read it.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
imagine I'm sitting with you and live, and I'm telling you this is how I'm feeling right now. When you mention this, oh, hiking in Sharjah, you're just gonna have to read it.
Exactly.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Beauty of it.
Absolutely. And this is not because geographically it's still placed in a way that it actually can contribute even more, by the way, in the future, right? Now, one more important aspect, because we have talked about a lot about journal economy and the stuff. Coming back to SHAMS, this is important because we are here to talk about SHAMS. So SHAMS has generally known for the licenses which are cost effective in a way, right? I would if you
Yes, that's true.
it's true, right?
Yeah.
And this is not something which kind of comes as a it's a compliment. Why? Because when there was a lot there in the market before 2017, so Shams was the first one to actually come up with the cost effective solutions.
Exactly.
And they actually changed the entire market when it comes to issuance of the licenses and the competitive advantage between different multiple free zone authorities, right? What do you think, how you are placed still in these 8 years when it comes to the cost effective solutions being given to the entrepreneurs, or especially to the new entrepreneurs?
Personally, I think and I believe in one thing: if you have a great idea, and you have great mind to work on it, and you can execute it, money should be the last thing to stopping you. Money shouldn't be stopping you. So, of course, there's a cost involved into everything from that side of the table and this side of the table. So we must charge something.
Yes.
But we can be cost effective. Still,
Correct.
that's what we do. So if you talk about the journey of 8 years, last 8 years, especially during the COVID time, we were the first one to come up with e-commerce 5760 dirham license or 5750 on that time.
And a lot of people actually just use that as their platform or the
Exactly.
stepping stone, by the way, to opening up the business in UAE.
It gives you courage when you see something is easy. It gives you courage to do it. So we tried to make the whole system, including the pricing, easier for people. All of us, we are human. If we see, okay, this is easier, we try that first. So we just want to make it easier for people to reach us by any means. When it comes to the cost, when it comes to the facilities, when it comes to giving the right knowledge, we want to make it easy.
So at that time, most of the e-commerce business actually attract towards SHAMS. And a lot of licenses. I remember at that time, even we open a lot of licenses with SHAMS.
That's true.
At that time, especially e-commerce.
That's true.
So it's a dream come true with one owner and having the business, e-commerce, set up the things, and just good to go.
Yeah, and
very quickly.
for example, we all talk to each other, we all meet. So if I start something with a certain cost, next thing is that I'm sitting on a table with you on a dinner, on a lunch, or we are traveling, whatsoever. We talk about it, and then you talked about the same thing to somebody and the somebody and the somebody. So from one person, it reaches to hundreds and thousands, and that's what happened today.
That's true. So can we be more specific now? What are the packages at the moment SHAMS Free Zone is offering to the clients?
The first package I'll talk about, we call it summer promo, summer package. The amount is 12,555. And that gives you from license to immigration card, e-channel, one visa allocation. One visa could be investor or employee, and your change of status too.
Okay, that also is inclusive.
That's also inclusive.
Change status is also included.
So it gives you from A to Z everything, inclusive.
How about the medical and side?
Medical insurance will be separate.
Separate. Understood. So 12,555 dirhams. The total dirhams. Huh? That's good. That's okay. And how about, like when it comes to increasing, because this is a very important aspect, and we also face the similar difficulty when it comes to expanding the business and free zones generally, does not be very, generally they are not very much attractive when it comes to adding up a lot of new visas under a license, right? Because you don't have to keep on adding a lot of new things under that, and that increases the cost in some cases, right? So I heard that SHAMS actually was the first one to allow people to upgrade their licenses for multiple visas.
So if you talk about today's date, so SHAMS Free Zone is giving you a solution to it. As you said, not many free zones had it in past. Absolutely. And that's true. We started it. And you can have on a single license up to 20 visa allocations, 20 visa quota. On one license, you can have up to 20 visas of employees or investor.
That's quite a good number.
That's a big number.
And you're not taking an office.
And you're not paying agreement. Exactly. That's the exception, by the way. That's the exception. So you don't need an office to actually get up to 20 visas.
You don't need an office. Lease agreement is standard. You go for 20 visas.
So a person starting from 12,555 dirhams wants to add 5 more visas, and he just have to pay for the visa quota. That's it. And he will be a standard cost, right?
That's right.
That's perfect. That's a good. That's a great solution, by the way.
We discussed it multiple times, but still it's a relevant question about the ownership, foreign ownership. Okay. So can you a little bit more towards that one about the foreign ownership?
Yeah, sure. I understand absolutely your question, because we have discussed, and since people like us, we live by that, we understand that people shouldn't be thinking anymore. The answer is yes, you are 100% owner of your company. You get 100% ownership of your company. There is no involvement of any other person.
Even though you are not the resident of the UAE, you are outside, still you can get the 100%.
You are 100% owner. Yes.
And there is no mandatory, it's not mandatory you have to have resident.
With SHAMS Free Zone, there is no mandatory area where you have to have certain person or certain nationality to be on your license.
Okay.
100% ownership belongs to the shareholder.
So just to understand the stages and the steps to open up the license, because of course we know, but for our listeners, it's important that they also need to understand and they want to listen from you. That what are the main steps and documents required to open up a license?
If you talk about documents, it's only passport. Okay. And it's not a document. Requirement is of having a mobile number. Could be local, international, and an email ID.
That's it.
And everybody has those documents.
Yeah, of course.
For
Absolutely.
requirements.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's
The
right.
certain categories of activities can fall into, or they can create the requirement of having 3 months bank statement, last 3 months bank statement to see the source of wealth. That's one. Number 2, house of address proof. But house of address proof could be anywhere from anywhere in the world, not necessarily has to be from UAE.
Okay.
Yeah. And third, we have a standard business questionnaire, which we provide you the template. You just fill it in. And anybody who is opening the license would know how to fill it in. The simplest.
It's the simplest one, right?
Yeah.
So the bank statement thing, is it just for some specific licenses or for everyone?
No, some specific business activities, not for everyone.
Very few.
Yeah, very few.
Now, from the another important aspect of free zone, by the way, when it comes to the authority, taxes. It is actually really like it's the talk of the town. Everybody is actually talking about the taxes. So every time when we both are actually sitting with the authority, we actually just, kind of mention this again and again.
Yeah.
And I know that sometimes we both are like more of experts on the tax side, and of course, being running the like a practice here in Dubai in UAE. What do you think? Did that actually have a positive impact on the overall economy? I'm talking
Definitely,
about
yes.
the corporate tax.
Definitely, yes. It is a very positive impact on the economy.
Mhm.
And it gives the opportunity to expand more,
Mm.
develop more.
Mm.
That could be any area, education, road, construction,
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
more facilities, making this easier.
Mm.
So definitely it does help to any economy.
But the most important factor, and people actually kind of miss this, it's not about the rates which are being implemented. These are the lowest, number one.
Yeah.
This is something which is like it has to be noted.
Yeah.
That the lowest rate around the world, plus there are exceptions and exemptions for the companies in free zone.
Depends on how they're going to trade.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's true. Not only just trading, but service part also.
Service part also depends on the
exactly.
And all those things.
So
how they
to become a
operate.
qualifying free zone person, there are some of the activities which SHAMS can also, by the way, facilitate. So for example, holding company.
Yeah.
Holding company can be a very good activity. If you want to open up in SHAMS, you can claim to be completely exempted from corporate tax, though given you have to have those requirements to be fulfilled. Of
If
course.
you match all the requirements.
Yeah,
Absolutely. So other than that, when it comes to generally when people actually talk about the taxes and the stuff, when people are coming to you opening up the license, they really ask for this thing specifically about tax or not? Generally, what is going on? Like how they actually just respond to this thing now?
There no 100% clarity on tax, so people do ask questions, and we have to guide. We have experts also for such certain areas where we have to guide them, because people are not really aware of how does it work, what is the limit, what is the cap, when I have to pay, when I don't have to pay, do I need to register for corporate tax or not? You have to register, irrespective of when you file, there's something to pay or not.
Yes.
Those requirements are different.
Those
You have
requirements
to.
are
So people do ask a lot of questions.
That's good, and I'm sure that they get answered from SHAMS, of course,
Yes.
because this is what you do, and you have a complete facility in house, right?
Yes, we got a dedicated team for that, and we do answer them. We satisfy them with the answers and with the right knowledge.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I'll just share one recent experience of mine with one of our clients, by the way. A person coming from a European market, and he was kind of advised to actually open up a license in a non-designated free zone, and we were actually having a discussion about this, and it was, by the way, in mainland. So when I started having a discussion, so I told him that the advice was completely not aligned with his complete vision of starting up the business now. And this is really important for people to understand that the overall economy or UAE market is being designed and developed in a very certain different way. We do not have one centralized authority of issuing the licenses, of course, right? So there are some limitations always.
Exactly.
So, and then when we, we went into discussion, and we went, ended up to creating a complete new structure. And that structure was with the holding company, with, a project management license, along with a subsidiary doing the gold trading in a designated zone. It's a corporate formation, of course. So when it comes to these complex structures, and I'm sure that you also, look at these kind of structures every
Yeah.
day in, day out basis. So what do you think? People understand easily about these structures, or they really need someone to actually help them with?
They do not understand. You actually need help of an expert.
Hmm.
So people like Shams Free Zone, people like you yourself,
Hmm.
as a consultants, who guide and teach and preach. So people do need help. People do need advice. You can always miss something or the other if you haven't done it once and twice and 100 times. And I know that myself and people like you again have done it multiple times.
Absolutely.
We understand when you propose your idea, we know how to execute it.
Yes, exactly.
That's true.
That's right.
That's true.
I second you on that part, because most of the questions are coming like specifically towards the text
Mhm.
and the structure, and these questions are very common right now. But alongside with that one, choosing the right place with the right activity to achieve the goals of that upcoming entrepreneur, I think a detailed discussion is required. So if that person don't have that much capability or the right knowledge, they cannot provide you those. And we are doing the same. We are doing a lot of at SA consultant, being SA consultants, we are doing a lot of question and answers before jump into the right advice for our clients. Okay, so we want to check their current like what you can say target, and we have to check what they are forecasting and how they are looking their business in future for 4, 5, 10 years. And then we advise them, okay, do this thing, this thing, this thing. So this is, I think this is the right way to advise, rather than just, okay, open the license and move forward. So this is the right way of advising.
And adding to that
Always.
note also, that builds a trust
True.
and a faith.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like you guys, now I know for the matter of fact, and I would like to say it here, that you guys have international team
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
for such assistance.
Yeah. That's true.
So you could create an international team sitting here. Why? Because your client have faith in you and you have faith in
Exactly.
yourself and your business and your team.
That's true.
Yes.
So that's perfectly
That's
said,
true.
as you said. Yes,
That's
people require, people need us.
That's perfect. Now, another important aspect,
Yeah.
like when it comes to the SHAMS free zone, media city, or media world, when we go back, we discussed about the media and the transformation and the stuff. In next 5 years, how do you actually see SHAMS, and where do you see SHAMS as free zone authority in next 5 years?
I will reply this a little differently. So, with busy life, with busy schedule of our life, no matter whatever we do in our life, we have a job, we have a business, we help people, and we travel. One thing never stops: entertainment. And entertainment is the biggest part of media.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
That's true. That's
We
true.
all need it
Mm.
to break ourselves from this stress life. Yeah. So we're gonna be helping make entertainment bigger.
That's true.
That's
That's
where
great.
we're going in
That's
next
great.
5 years.
That's great. That's great. I was not expecting this answer, by the way. But by the way, for the media startups,
Yeah.
do you think that from this platform, if you approach, or if you ask the people or the media startups to come and approach Shams and Shams become their, like the first platform to start their business,
Yeah.
what is your advice for them? What should be the first step for them?
Anyone want to start anything new or first time, you have to have a plan. It should be jotted down. It should be written down. And it should be discussed with expertise. Experts like, again, yourself or ourselves. That's the first thing they should do. If you don't have a plan, you don't start a business. No matter how much money you have. If you have a right plan, you can start the business with minimal amount of money. That's my first suggestion goes.
That's good. But another important, a very different question, by the way. People actually talk about starting business, but people actually don't talk about closing the business.
True.
And that can be another part of your business journey, right? Sometimes,
be.
yes.
That
We did
happens.
that, by
That
the way.
happens.
Yeah, that
like,
happens.
It happens. So what is the, like the way to close down the business in Shams if somebody starts a business? And what could be the requirements of liquidating or closing down the license?
Requirement of liquidating a business is very simple with us. We will ask you certain questions to answer. Why you shutting down your business? Why you closing down your business? And Why do we ask questions? Not to make anyone's life harder or work harder. We ask questions to see that if there is any area we can help you with, was it because the business didn't run well? Was it because you're leaving the country? Was it because you have got another business running and you're too busy? That could be anything. Was it because can I improve something in myself as Shams free zone? So liquidation is very easy and simple. You sign the documents and you complete your invoice and go ahead with the liquidation.
That's perfect. That's
Okay.
perfect.
As a matter of compliance, just a quick one. Is the audit is becoming mandatory for the SHAMS companies, SHAMS licenses on renewal
No,
basis?
currently we don't have audit requirement.
No, for now you
don't.
don't have. But you can forecasting that one?
Very hard to say yes or no on this. If it is required to be in future, we might have to implement, but at the moment we don't.
Okay.
What is the biggest reason of actually companies, like becoming a failure in terms of business? What do you think?
Biggest reason to close a company is not to have the right start.
Hmm.
And what do I mean by that? As I said before, if you don't have right business plan, you don't have right team, you didn't have the right expert at the beginning, chances are higher you to be failed.
Okay.
It's very basic. It's very basic. If you put basic things in place, it works out very well. I was reading something recently and it's beautifully said, and that matches my character. Everyone has different character, different approach to situations and business in life. So I was reading something and it comes out that there are people in the market, they have no idea, they have no plan, they have nothing. What they have, they just want to keep on going. They just want to keep on going. They just want to keep on going. They happen to be successful than a person who had everything else. So either you have to have enough amount of courage, keep on going, or you have to have a great business plan and right amount of team.
Okay. The cash flow management, the key. This is very important point. The businesses which are got failure in first or second year, they least concerned about the cash flow management. That's what we experience. If you want to share your experience in that particular area.
Yes, I have seen, even my close friends, I have seen what the biggest mistake you do when your business is bringing some cash to you, that's not your money yet. You have to reinvest into your business. You don't buy your personal stuff from your business money until you grow and you reach a certain level. And you have to have certain percentage which goes back to your business. And certain percentage you can enjoy after a certain time.
Yes,
not
exactly.
initially. Initial phase, you have to think that you have to keep pushing back your money. If you want to grow bigger, if you want to sustain for longer term, if you're not looking for that, of course, eventually you will close down. And that could be only one reason. You had the great plan now, this time, you had the great experts around you, you had the great team, but you did not manage your cash flow.
Exactly.
You can fall just because of this reason too.
Yes,
Simple
You're
reason.
right.
Yeah.
You're
So the
getting
simplest
revenues,
reason to
you are
come, yeah.
selling the products, you are getting the money, you're not managing the cash flow. So cash flow should be one of the very core and integral part of
is.
the business plan.
It
That
is.
should be there. If it is not there, that can spoil all the efforts and all
That's true.
whatever
Very true.
the
That's true.
energy you have put in there.
Indeed.
From the media perspective, I always, go back and, because we also have another license from Shams, by the
Yeah,
way, that is
exactly.
the media,
The media
agency.
agency. Yeah.
What just for the sake of the interest of our audience, can you just mention the activities? What generally with a media license you can actually do? Which Shams?
Oh, since if you talk about media, so
Many.
start with basic. Many, thousands. So photography, videography, publishing, magazines, newspaper. Of course, there are certain requirement, approvals required, advertisement. Yeah, thank you.
Social media
IT,
advertisement.
IT, AI, all these categories, and event organizing. all
Event
these-
organization also, right?
Yeah, you can have event exhibitions organizing. Also, you can have music bands. You can do all these. You can provide all these facilities.
That's perfect.
There's
This
a
is
lot.
what I wanted to just
Endless.
it's endless. I know that.
Yeah.
But the Shams as an authority giving a license, does that actually limit someone to actually give or render services within UAE?
Within UAE, no, it does not limit to you.
It does not,
But
right?
there are certain ways to work around. Yeah, that could be possible. But it does not limit. You
It does
can
not
work with any bigger or small company or an individual.
So, if I may just highlight the major limitation which might actually have, like for a business that might be related to some office space outside Shams, they can get or not.
If you talk about that part, then they can take an office anywhere in any business center of UAE.
So that also just solves the issue.
So it's not really
It's not really a problem then.
it's not a barrier.
So when it comes to opening up a business or getting the expertise from the experts, there are many stakeholders, of course, which are kind of get involved when you start a business. Of course, the authority is one, the consultants like us another one, and the bank, and so many different stakeholders are involved. What do you think, like when it comes to managing all these, like stakeholders, and getting into a lot of different, connections and processes and stuff? Why should people actually, they should come to us to like handle all these processes?
You ask me a question, why should people come to asset consultants? Let me answer you in my way, which is you being a valued partner for years, 6 years and so.
Yeah,
right?
Yes,
absolutely.
And I have seen your growth as an individual, as a company, and I have known both of you very well as well. I believe that we always need an expert and we always need an advisor who can help and guide us. That could be any kind of business, that could be any startup. So if you're sitting in the market, I can tell you that I have a faith in you both and your company.
Perfect. Thank you so
So
much.
that goes to anyone who want to start a business to come to you and having the same faith because you're expert of your area. You know how to set up a business, to how to set up a corporate account, to settling their families, bringing their families from abroad to this country,
Absolutely.
and helping them if they require in future when the business is running, if they want to escalate to other level or something is wrong, you can guide them too. So
And the
helping-
compliances and so many
Yeah.
different levels, of
yeah,
course.
and the taxes and everything. So definitely, that goes very simple without thinking any answer.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for,
Thank you.
for all these kind
Yeah.
words. One last final advice.
Go on.
What do you think that all the entrepreneurs out there, how do you actually just, give them the right and final one word
One-
advice?
one
What they
piece of
what they should
advice.
actually just focus on?
Right plan.
That's it.
Mm.
So I think Umar, we had a very fun, like a very basic and also a fundamental level of discussion today about the authority, Shams Free Zone, and of course Vishal has helped us a lot to understand the in and outs of Sharjah and the stuff, of course, related to the local market. And I really appreciate your time. Of
No,
course,
thank
you.
It's an excellent discussion. I think we have a lot of insights, especially for Sharjah industry and all those things. And I believe that gonna be very beneficial for our listeners. And thank you so much again
No,
for
you're
that
welcome.
one.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.